Last Sunday marked the 50th anniversary of the canonization of the first American-born saint, Elizabeth Ann Seton. A grand celebration was held for the beloved Catholic leader credited with founding the parochial school system in America. As Julia Convery reports, last weekend's commemoration drew thousands, including the daughter of former President Lyndon B. Johnson.
I am one of a gazillion people who love Elizabeth Ann Seton and who celebrate her canonization.
Although not a gazillion, more than 1,000 people came to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the canonization of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton at her shrine in Emmitsburg, Maryland. Families, Knights of Columbus, and religious came to celebrate the first American-born saint, a wealthy young widow who, after converting to Catholicism in the early 19th century, founded a religious order in several Catholic schools.
I was so surprised by how many cars were here and how many people, and the procession line before Mass here was extremely long.
The day's festivities began with Mass, the shrine overflowing with Seton sisters, students, and friends, celebrated by Archbishop William Laurie, who shares a special connection to Mother Seton.
I attended Mount St. Mary's Seminary here in Emmitsburg. 50 years ago, I was beginning my third year in theology. And so I was around for the celebration way back then. Now, I couldn't think ahead 50 years, but here I am, full circle.
Her canonization 50 years ago was attended by more than 24,000 people, and one of them was Shannon Boyle, whose family miracle contributed to Mother Seton's cause for sainthood.
My sister Kathy was in a very, very bad accident, so we asked them to start a novena, which is 9 days. The 9th day, Kathy woke up.
The celebration continued on the shrine's campus, where performances, plays, and games honored her legacy, happening just outside the historic house where she and her religious sisters lived.
It was so nice to see that a lot of other people care as much about Mother Seton as we do, and I've met a lot of people who have very cool stories about how they relate to her, and it's just a very moving experience.
Although we're here celebrating 50 years of the first American-born saint, she's not the only one. Here behind me there are dozens of guilds representing blesseds and venerables.
What we're seeing here in this avenue right in front of us is just representatives for each one of the causes for the different people that are saints on the way in America. So these are people that are servants of God, venerables, blesseds. They're the people that have taken on their causes are here and are representing them with passion and teaching us their stories.
We need to hear of a guy who was fixing cars and serving the people by loving them with his presence.
Passionate representatives handed out prayer cards, books, and relics in hopes of advancing causes for sainthood.
Where is his cause now?
He's a blessed. Yeah, we are waiting for his canonization.
Okay.
Hope soon.
The Saints on Their Way exhibit not only honored the first American saint, but showed that sainthood is possible for the average American.
She's just such a beautiful example of how an ordinary person with trials, just like we have, and joys, who responds to God's grace, can become a saint.
Her commitment to Catholic education, her commitment to the poor, her unusual life story, I think all of those things say very much to people today.
The thing about Mother Seton is that she is one of ours, right? And to become a saint, it is really, we need to have these witnesses that show us what it is to live, respond to God, say yes to God in the circumstances of our own lives. And she lived through so many things that Americans can relate to.
Julia Convery, EWTN News In Depth.
Happy 50th!